Okay, here I am. So I have spent over 3.5 hours today on the phone with AT&T about some problems that I've been having with my service here at home, and I'm really sick of it, and they're annoying me tremendously. So I just spent 52 minutes on the phone with them. Finally got a hold of someone who promised me that they were going to take care of my issue, and then they went dark for 15 minutes. Put me on hold for 15 minutes, didn't come back. So I am going to call in to them, and I'm going to record this video. I am in the state of Missouri, which is a one-party state. So that means that if AT&T says on their recording that they might record this call, that's me giving them consent to record it, which means that I can legally record it as well. If we're in a two-party state, I would need to give them consent, they would need to give me consent. And so the simple fact that they say that on their call allows me to legally record this and post this video on YouTube. So I'm going to dial 1-800 number. It is 5 o'clock p.m. Central Time on Tuesday, September the 7th, the day after Labor Day, 5 p.m. Central Time. I'm going to dial AT&T's main customer service number. The time just went to 5:01 p.m. Central Service Time. 1-800-288-2020.
Welcome to AT&T.
Para continuar en español, oprima el 1.
Please note, due to unusually high call volume, we are currently experiencing long hold times. For your convenience, most transactions can be quickly completed online at 8 or holding to speak to a representative. I see you're calling from 816-221-0031. Is that the phone number listed on your AT&T account?
Yes.
Thanks. I'll just look that up. Now, in a few words, please tell me the reason for your call. You can say something like, I'd like to pay my bill, or toll and long distance availability. So, briefly tell me what you're calling about.
Billing.
One moment while I get more information from your records. Okay, which are you calling about? A payment? To hear your account balance? To get copies of your bill? Or none of those?
None of those.
Got it. Just a moment while I connect you to someone who can help answer questions about your bill. Remember, you can also get help or information at att.com. For quality assurance, your call may be monitored or recorded.
Just hear that? Quality assurance, your call may be recorded or monitored.
Thank you for calling AT&T. Our office is currently closed. Please visit att.com for service. Back during our business hours, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. local time. For 24/7 repair, please call 1-800-246-8464. Monday to Friday from 5 to 7 p.m. or Saturday 8 to 5. Reach our Accounts Receivable Center at 1-800-616-1171. Or for emergency situations, call 1-877-677-6379.
Unbelievable. Okay, so I'm terminating the call at 5:04 p.m. Central Standard Time. So here's the story that has ensued. So in February, I got new AT&T service, and within days of receiving that service, I had static on my phone line, which then anytime there was static on the phone line, that caused the internet to go down. So anytime that I was on the phone, like doing a conference call or a webinar or whatever, the internet would go down. So, and considering the fact that when I'm in town, that's what I do a lot of, is spend time on the phone, talking to clients, returning phone calls and whatnot. That was very frustrating to me. So I probably called in over a dozen trouble tickets from February until July. And every time I get these pleasant emails from AT&T saying, we fixed your service. And sometimes they fixed my service without ever coming out. Sometimes they sent technicians out. One time they sent kind of this whole litany of people out. I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy what they did to try to fix my service. And every time it never got fixed. I mean, the static was still there. The internet still didn't work. It was absolutely amazing to me. So I have a relative of mine that works for AT&T, and I mentioned to her that I've been having all these troubles, and she said, listen, I'm going to tell my supervisor that this is going on. When that happened, I mean, I had a whole bunch of people out here. They were coming out, within moments' notice. It was awesome. They were really giving me great customer service. But the problem had been going on for like 6 months, so it was still kind of like, okay, you really should have figured this out by then. Anyway, lo and behold, about July 15th of this year, they finally figured out that there was a corrupt line in the very back of our building, so they had to rewire everything. And, like the line in and stuff was not anything in my unit or anything like that that was my problem. It was 100% AT&T's problem. But this one technician finally figured out what the issue was, replaced the line, static went away, and internet didn't go down. Well, then, the funny thing is that then I recognized, oh my gosh, my internet isn't that fast, because then it started working. So last Tuesday, let me back up. So July 15th, it ended up that they said, hey, when they finally got it fixed and everything, they said, listen, we owe you this huge credit. They calculated what the credit was. It was somewhere between $200 and $300 because my service was down all this time. And so, they said that amount is too much for like a regular customer service agent to be able to issue. So they had to send it to a supervisor. And so I waited about a week, and then I got my July 20th bill via email, and there was no credit issued. So I called them, I don't know, the 25th or 22nd of July, whatever it was, and I said, hey, I just got my bill. I noticed there's not this credit. You guys said this credit was going to happen back on July 15th, and they said, oh, it won't happen until your next billing cycle, so you'll see it on your August 20th bill. So sweet, no problem, no big deal. So August 20th, I get the bill in the mail, or via email. I don't get them in the mail. I get the bill via email, and the still no credit issued. So I called them last Tuesday. Now, interestingly enough, I called them for 3 reasons. Number one, my phone number that they had issued me was a phone number that was owned by an apartment complex, so I was getting phone calls in the middle of the night for people wanting their air conditioning to be fixed and changing out filters, and their lock doesn't work. I mean, it's crazy. My phone would ring all the time. It got to the point where I just turned it on silent and didn't even let it ring. So I wanted them to change my phone number to a number that had been inactive for a period of time, so I wasn't getting these crazy phone calls. And then, in addition, I wanted them to increase the speed of my internet since I realized that it wasn't working. So I put in an order for that. I mean, within 3 minutes, my phone numbers changed. It was really awesome. They did that fast. It was great. They admitted that they had made a mistake by reissuing that phone number so quickly. They took care of that. The second part of that phone call was they were going to increase the speed of my internet. That was supposed to happen by last Tuesday at 8 p.m. And then they re-entered. They saw all the notes in my account about all the service issues I've had and how my system didn't work and the credit amount. And she said, I'm going to send this back on to a supervisor to issue the credit, and they would be in touch with me within 2 business days. So it's the end of the day on Thursday, full day on Wednesday, full day on Thursday. So on Thursday afternoon, number one, my internet speed was not increased, and number two, I checked my online account. No credit had been issued. I had not received a phone call from anybody as they promised. So what I did is I got on the phone and I called them at mid-afternoon Thursday. I said, hey, no credit. Hey, internet speed's messed up. And so they said on internet speed, they go, oh, no, that wasn't supposed to be done on Tuesday at 8 o'clock. It was supposed to be done Thursday at 8 o'clock, that night, last Thursday. So I'm like, okay, sweet. And then I asked them about the credit. Well, their office was closed, much like it was when we made that call. So I kind of waited for the weekend. I woke up this morning. My internet speed was half of what it was. It was like instead of turning it up, they turned it down, and I couldn't get emails this morning. Totally frustrating. Had a big day of work that I needed to get done, and I ended up spending 3.5 hours on the phone today with AT&T. I missed calls as a result of it. I mean, it's totally annoying. Just trying to get my internet fixed and get this credit issued. So finally, late this afternoon, I finally get a hold. Oh, I get a phone call from an AT&T supervisor while I'm on a client call, and she says, okay, your internet is fixed. I do a speed test. It's still running like 0.8 instead of 3.0, which it was. So it's 4 times as slow as what it should have been. So she left a phone number back. I called that number back. That was the wrong number. They told me I had to call a different number. So I called. Finally, I got a hold of this guy in St. Louis in the DSL troubleshooting. He made 3 or 4 clicks on his computer. Boom, I'm running 2.8 now. So he fixed that immediately. That was awesome. By the way, it took him a week to do it. They sent me multiple emails and multiple phone calls that it was done. It never got done. So then I started on to the credit. So I called one time. I was on hold forever. Finally got a hold of somebody. They told me it was the wrong department. They needed to move me to another department. I waited on hold for forever again. Finally, I hung up on that call. I called back again. I recorded this 52-minute long call with Mary, and Mary just disappeared. I'm assuming now that Mary disappeared because the end of their business day occurred. That's what I'm assuming happened. I'm assuming, and that, Les Page, when I was in middle school, taught me that when you assume things, it makes an ass out of you and me. So I know that I am making an ass out of you and me when I say that I'm assuming things. But boy, at the strike of 5 o'clock Central Time, Mary disappears. Nothing. She was gone. So then I call back in, and of course you heard the results of that call. They're already called. So here we are, sitting here. So let's see, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. I think that's 9 months. February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Okay, 8 months. No, 8 months. 8 months I've been dealing with AT&T. 8 months I've been dealing with their inability to have supervisors do what they're supposed to do, with their technical service people coming up to try to fix my phone line and not knowing what they're doing, saying that it's fixed and it's not fixed, promising credits and not issuing credits, and all this kind of stuff. And I'm sick of it. I am absolutely sick of it. And so, who knows? I've obviously, number one, these things are funny to me, as you all know if you've watched any of my other videos or read blog posts or whatever. They're funny to me. But I also teach customer service as an element of consulting. And I'm amazed at the red tape to try to get anything done. This is such a minor issue. They screwed up. They've admitted they've screwed up. They've put it in the notes. People have typed it in the notes on my account that they screwed up the fixing of my system. They screwed up the issuance of my telephone number. They screwed up the billing. They've agreed to issue this credit, and here we are, credit is not issued. So we'll start this again tomorrow, but I don't know that I have time to mess around with it. So I might have to just send an email or whatever. But at least you're up to speed on AT&T's bad customer service. And maybe I'm the exception and not the rule. Yes, I said that right. It didn't sound right when I said it. Maybe I'm the exception, not the rule. But at any rate, do you have issues with AT&T? What about other companies? Do you have issues with other companies in the way that they've issued customer service? I know that I certainly have screwed up customer service in the past, and I'm still a student of customer service, much like many of the people that I talk to on a regular basis. So I will press stop on the video recorder and get this posted up online so that you guys can either be laugh at it or be disgusted by it or flame it or whatever. And I know that I haven't violated any laws. I didn't even record a person. I recorded their stupid voicemail greeting or whatever it is. So until next time, see ya.